Liberty, freedom, individualism, yes. Now, collectivism, socialism, communism, totalitarianism, tyranny, no. What's the answer? 1776. Your Bill of Rights, your Constitution. The individual is all important, not the state. Yeah, there's a little bit of change for you. So here's a little piece. Up is down. Found it for you. Would like you to view it. Tell me if you don't find some truth in it. You don't see it on the TV every day.
There was once a boy who walked on his hands. This caused him to see things differently from other people. He was able to see under things, things that were close to the earth, small things, intimately. But being different from other children, he knew that there was more than one way to look at things. He didn't mind at all being different. His life was one adventure after the other. He had a wonderful time examining things, finding out how they were made and how they worked. And though many people who crossed his path were harassed and frowning, from his point of view, they appeared to be smiling, and this made him very happy. But he made people uncomfortable. They thought it was somehow wrong that the boy should not see things their way, the right way. They decided that he should be straightened out. They held a town meeting to determine what could be done. They called in experts. The doctor said, a rare case of deficiency of hypertension and heart palpitation. Lungs peculiarly unclouded, digestive system, non-acid. It's obvious this young man is deprived of the manifold tastes, colors, shapes, and effects of the assorted patent medicines available and so widely enjoyed by our population. The psychiatrist said, a strange instance of psychic equilibrium or well-being, highly unrealistic to say the least. An absence of Oedipal manifestations and paranoid behavior. Obviously, his hate instincts have been suppressed. The sociologist said, a sad lack of competitive drive, incidents of concern for others, naive trust in human nature, inconceivable passivity toward the war. His teacher said, he's always been unusual. He has to paint grass pink and water purple. He refuses to call a fact a fact. Oh, he's not a bad boy, but with all his questions, why this, why that, who knows how he'll wind up? His parents said, we just don't know how this happened to us. What sort of profession will he ever have? Isn't there some way to overcome this dreadful condition? So the boy was put under therapeutic treatment, given injections, simultaneous hot baths and cold showers, spun centrifugally clockwise, then counterclockwise, put in traction, lobotomy, frontal and backward, given brainwashing 3 times a day, saturated with TV commercials and red and blue radiation. The treatment went on for a prolonged period. Finally, the boy stood up, for the first time, on his feet. What he saw frightened him, because he found that the opposite view of love was hate, beauty was ugliness, individuality was conformity, plenty was poverty, understanding was prejudice, cooperation was competition, depth was superficiality, Concern was indifference. Truth was lies. Joy was despair. And peace was war. He went into a spin and landed on his hands. "This is impossible," said the townspeople. "We're back where we started from. He must be made to see right from wrong." But the boy, in spite of all the back-to-health conditioning, was adamant. He said, "If you want me to stand on my feet, you will have to make some big changes first."
So what did you think of that? Where the doctors, well, his metabolism is not acidic enough. Oh, we need to give him shots. We need to give him brainwash. This is what's going on. It's like Orwellian, where once again, the Department of War changed their name to the Department of Defense. Do you notice that? The Department of Defense now. What do? They do war. That's what they do. They used to at least be honest with the American people. But now I find that they lie. Now, I may be wrong. I've got to ask you. Have you seen them lie? Did you see where they lied about the swine flu? Have you figured out where they lied to you about 9/11? Have you understood what they lied to you as they take us financially down and trash our dollar and enslave your children, let alone chemically attack them? All right. So anyway, I'm going to roll out with this and a couple thoughts. One is, remember, ask questions. Think for yourself. Be an individual. Here's a thought we'll go with, and they call it the Hegelian dialectic. And maybe I've got it wrong, maybe I got it right. But maybe we'll cover it in another show. But think of problem, reaction, solution. When you see them show you problems, be leery. Think for yourself. Say, wow, is this a problem that they've created so that we can react, so that they can come as our saviors and provide the solution? 9/11, terrorism. Oh, the banking thing. So we give all our power now to more central bank and central control. Now people are calling for world governments, okay? Not just our leaders, okay, but leaders around the world. Is that what you really want? What if we had world government and Hitler got into power? Or Mao, or Stalin, or Lenin? Pol Pot, Idi Amin. Boy, if you get world government, can you get away with anything? So, I'm going to leave you with, this is an artist, his name is Paris, and the question is, what would you do?
But let's say tomorrow the law stated that we had to use torture.
Don't be absurd.
Why, it used to be the law to be the law again. It's only a matter of principle. Then you would use torture if the law said so.
You're using an extreme example.
All right, then. What's your limit? How much injustice would you stand for to satisfy the people we work for?
Good evening. I would like to report on the state of our war against the American people. We're mounting a sustained campaign to crack down on every American and every person of every faith and every nation, and to bring them to justice. All missions are being executed according to plan, without warning or provocation. Americans are being swept up in an international dragnet. Thousands of FBI agents are on the trail of other citizens here and abroad. It has everything to do with hate and evil and murder and prejudice. America's strong.
Federal agents, we are armed!
What would you do if you knew all the things we knew? Would you stand up for truth? Or would you turn away too? And then what if you saw all of the things that's wrong? Would you stand tall and strong? Or would you turn and walk away? What would you do if you...
And I stood up for you, didn't I? Perhaps someday I could help you. Someday I could tell you the nature of evil. No, man. Because if I did, then I'd be out of a job. Let's go to work.
All of the things that's wrong. Would you stand tall and strong? Or would you turn and walk
I see a message from the government, like every day. I watch it and listen and call them all suckers. They warning me about Osama or whatever. Picture me buying the scam, I said never. You in tune to a hard truth soldier spitting. I stay committed, give up to die, I lose commission. It's all a part of fighting devil state mind control. And all about the battle for your body, mind, and soul. And now